Science is about to change your life. I am Stephen Hawking, and I'd like to give you a glimpse of your future.
Wow!
With the technology at our disposal, the possibilities are unlimited. So welcome to the science of the future. We are entering a new age in which we will integrate technology into our very nature. An age in which you can no longer determine what is human and what is not. The ultimate convergence of man and machine is inevitable, the process already redefining what it means to be human. The human brain is the most complex of organs, containing more than 85 billion nerve cells, or neurons. These neurons carry messages around our brain using chemicals and electricity. Science has long known that low-voltage electric current can stimulate the brain, but one research team now thinks they can use electricity to make us smarter. Jim Al-Khalili is off to Oxford to investigate this bold claim.
We all know that we can train and sculpt our bodies to make them better, faster and stronger. Alas, there isn't a simple pill or easy shortcut to getting the perfect body.
It's just going to take you lots and lots of time and hard effort exercising. But what about our brains? Can we train our brains to make them stronger and faster?
I'm at Oxford University's Department of Experimental Psychology to check out the latest experiment in brain enhancement. For the past decade, a program has been running here experimenting with different electrical pulses to stimulate and improve brain functions. The neurologist in charge of the project is Roy Cohen-Kadosh.
We focus on one of the most advanced human abilities, that is mathematical abilities. And we stimulate brain regions that are involved in mathematical performance in order to make you better with math.
6 minutes.
When the project began, the first challenge was to identify exactly which parts of the brain perform which functions. By firing a short burst of magnetism into a specific region of the brain, it's possible to see which functions are affected.
And I give the first pass.
That's very strange.
And again.
So what Rika is doing, she stimulates your left motor cortex. And by doing that, your neurons are going to fire and trigger a movement in your right hand.
What I can feel is a click against the left side of my skull, and then this spasm that I feel nowhere apart from in my hand. It's not making me jump. Otherwise, both hands would twitch.
Roy and his team experimented by firing pulses into different lobes of the brain.
You use this technique to locate the parts of the brain responsible for mathematics.
Exactly. And that's what gave us the idea that if we can improve the function of this brain region or other brain regions that involve in maths, we can make people better at math.
Once Roy and his team had established which parts of the brain were involved, they set about developing a system that would speed up the flow of information through those areas. A skull cap that sends electricity directly to them while they're already in use.
So we designed this new game in which people need to solve mathematical problems, and we know that it leads to activation in brain regions that we actually stimulate during the game.
So you play the game while wearing the cap.
Exactly, while their brain is being stimulated.
And what sort of results did you find?
We found that while stimulating the brain while people receive mathematical training, we can improve their performance up to 28%.
The results that Roy and his team have found, 28–30% improvement in mathematical ability doing this test, is pretty astonishing.
We're going to test out the device on teacher Hannah Powell, who's notoriously bad at maths. First, she takes a test without the cap, and so do I.
And I'll tell you when to stop. Sarah had 200 pounds. Then she bought 4 tires. Each tire cost 35 pounds. How much money did she have left?
God, I have no idea.
Put these fractions in order from smallest to largest.
Quarter, third, half.
How many desks are in each row?
After 50 questions, Miss Powell scores 60%. I do much better, scoring 90%. But then I use maths every day.
I don't know. 300.
And this is the hat?
Tomorrow we'll try again, but only after a brain stimulation session. And I'm going to try it with her. We'll use our bodies to answer maths problems.
Yeah, so you just need to locate fractions on the line. So
Okay.
you move your body, and once you're ready, you move your hands up.
Okay?
Okay.
The goal is to mark a fraction on the straight line at the bottom of the screen.
See what I did there?
As the game progresses, the questions become increasingly difficult.
Pooh.
And all the while, our parietal lobes are being stimulated by Dr. Cohen's cap.
That's bang on.
Bad. My lovely hairstyle.
There we go.
Well, I feel like that was stimulating, and I think my brain had to work much harder than it normally does, and for good. I could feel it was that I was trying to figure things out much quicker towards the end. So.
And now we take the same test as yesterday to see if we've improved. The game didn't improve me much, but then my training as a theoretical physicist has given me an advantage.
So how do you feel you did?
Yesterday, I blanked on so many questions. I could sort of feel it was a bit more open in my brain because I've got such a fear of maths.
Okay. Hannah, you did several percentile points better in one of the tests. I expect if you did the stimulation session a couple more times, you might see bigger results.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's right.
Interesting.
So you did almost or pretty much
Yeah.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
So, Jim, well, you increased a few percentile points. Practice is the cheapest form of brain stimulation.
So how do you see this technology developing in the future? Is it going to be more readily available to everyone?
So we hope it will be available to everyone, but of course it's going to raise ethical issues. For example, those who are already good or excellent can use it in order to further improve their abilities.
But surely if we all get better at maths, then that's fair, isn't it?
Some neuroethicists think that it is not the best approach, but I think if it is safe and doesn't lead to any damage, it has a great future.
So, if we look at this cap here, and you've heard all the really exciting stuff about it, and it's going to improve your mathematical ability by 30%, who thinks they'd like to actually have a go? Who thinks that they'd actually wear it in school? I would. Yeah?
You wouldn't be embarrassed if you were the only one wearing it?
I'd wear it if everyone else was wearing it, but if I was the only one, then no.
Okay, excellent.
And would you wear it if you were the only one in the whole maths test class?
If it made me cleverer, then I would.
Would you wear it outside the school?
Of course, it's a cool accessory.
Good. It's a cool accessory.